All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Microeconomics. Also, welcome to your master program in Bonn, because for most of you, probably this is the first semester of your master, right? So, my name is Annika, and I'm a PhD student at the Chair of Economic and Agricultural Policy, and I'm also the teacher for microeconomics this year. The reason why you see me in this video and not in the lecture hall as usual is because we all know that this continues to be another special semester with a lot of uncertainty regarding the pandemic situation. And because of that, reducing in-person contact remains important. Um, but for microeconomics, for many of you, it's a compulsory subject, meaning we're supposed to be a big group. And that would be hard to manage if we do on-site teaching. And because of that, online teaching is better option for us, which we will do for the remaining of the semester. So how exactly it's gonna work is what I would like to address with you today via the main points in the syllabus. I have already uploaded the syllabus on Ecampus as a PDF file. So there is also my contact information there in case you have further questions, and also more detailed in case we don't address them thoroughly here. Please check it out. So let's go. Okay, so I would like to address straightforwardly the organization of the course. Like I said, it will be online for the rest of the semester. For this, we will provide video lectures via eCampus. I will upload it on YouTube and then provide you the link via eCampus. However, that doesn't mean that we would not have interaction at all. We will meet weekly for the live sessions via Zoom, and that would be on a regular lecture time. If the on-site lecture had been happening as usual, that means on Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. So the link will also be provided in advance via eCampus. The last component of the course will be the weekly assignment, which will also be managed by eCampus. I will come back to this later, and it includes problem sets that you're supposed to solve for every week and the readings assignment. So in order for this setup to work, you will have several tasks. The first one is you're supposed to watch the lecture videos and read the assigned text before the live meetings of that week. Because the live session is supposedly for you to ask the questions or to discuss some points that haven't been cleared for the material. So for that to work and for you to benefit from the live session, that is very necessary. To be connected via Zoom, you don't have to install anything. You're supposed to have a web browser, which is probably already there on your notebook. And then you should have a headset with microphone, which according to our experience work the best. Camera is not a must. However, I personally think that would be nice for me to see you while talking with you, and also nice for you to you among yourselves to interact while talking, given that we already have very limited communication directly this semester. So please consider that. And last but not least, please solve the problem set and turn it in before the deadline. Okay, we talk about it later in a minute. Now, what is the objectives of this course? What do we expect you to obtain after taking the course? So this course is aimed to deepen and extend the knowledge of macroeconomic theories, which you have been in touch for the first time in your earlier educations. So those include very familiar topics such as demand, supply, productions, and so. And most importantly, in this course, we're gonna practice using a lot of formal mathematical tools to train rigorous economic reasoning and also to develop the basics of economic quantitative analysis. And this will be the foundation also for many other relating subjects that you might take later in the master program. And as among these, especially the optimization techniques, for example, profit maximization, utility maximization, expenditure minimization, that those things we're gonna practice a lot in this course. All right, prerequisites. What are you supposed to have already by the time you start this course? So you're supposed to have already in your earlier economics studies, the intermediate microeconomics. There is one compatible models to that in the second year bachelor in Bonn. It's called Angewandte Mikroökonomie, and that's literally translated applied microeconomics, something like that. You also supposed to have already some sort of introductory policy and market courses, and in a bachelor in Bonn is the Visualize and calculus, because like I said, we're going to practice a lot of mathematical tools, and calculus is critical for this, especially derivatives, because we're going to use a lot of derivatives, and less so is integrals. I mean, don't panic, because integrals you should have the concept, and we wouldn't use that much as exercise. Okay. Grading, important, huh? So the assignments will constitute 50% of the grade, and it has to be turned in regularly. So at the end of the semester, we sum them up, take the average, and that's 50%. And on basic, it's called Prüfungsweit, exam 2. Another 50% will come from a 2-hour final exam at the end of the semester. And on basic, it's called Prüfung 1, just for you to notice when you have to register for them. So now keep in mind, there's two important things. The first thing is both of those exams are treated as independent exams on basics, meaning you have to register for both in order to get the full credit or the full grade of microeconomics. Yeah, please keep that in mind. The second thing is, as the general rule for those exams that are taking place during the semester, not by the end of the semester, in that case, it's the assignments. It cannot be cancelled or deregistered once you have registered for it. So if for some reason you don't want to obtain the credit or to be graded in your transcript, then please spend a second thought before register for it, because later it's not possible to deregister in some cases. When you stop handed in the assignment, at the end it may result in a failed on your transcript. and we could not do anything about it. So please keep in mind. Literature. In this course, we will mainly use this book, the Snyder Nicholson 2012 11th edition. And there are a few, I think there's 5 copies in our institute libraries in this office. In this building. And also a few more copies in the main library. However, given that there's some restricted time of operation in the libraries, it might be difficult for you to access those textbooks or to borrow them. The assigned parts for reading from the book will be scanned and uploaded on Ecampus every week as we go along, so don't worry about that. However, for some of you who want to buy it and keep it for usage later also, I have we have put a discount code on Ecampus. For this, I think you get 25% discount from the publisher. So if in case you want to buy it, you can check it out over there on Ecampus. We also will have several further references, and I put them in the PDF file. You can check it out. Some of those are less advanced textbook and with more detailed, in case, you know, like sometimes you want to understand something deeper and in an easier manner, you can refer to them. And also I might also release some relevant material for certain subjects as we go along. However, for the exam, the relevant materials will be limited only to the reading assignment in this book. The lecture slides will be also available on Ecampus, and the problem set that you do every week. So those 3 things should be sufficient. Assignment. This is also an important part because, like I said, it constitutes for 50% of the grade at the end of the course. So normally that will be once a week, but with some exceptions, you will see that sometimes we have also assignment last for 3 weeks or for the whole lecture-free period before and after holidays. And so I will update the schedule, or it will be written in the assignment, so you can see it there. And it's also a very important part for you to prepare for the final exam. So please don't underestimate them. So for the person who will supervise the assignments this year, gonna be my colleague Katarina Latka, and that will also be operated by the exercise tool in Ecampus. And so in general, when you have questions of understanding or technical issues, you can always contact us. But I would prefer that we discuss that during the Tuesday class. Why? Simply because the others might also be benefited from your discussion, from our open discussion over there. And there are 2 rules for the assignments that you supposed to be aligned with. So the first thing is you can work, the good thing is you can work in group. So you don't have to submit individual assignments for each person, but 1 assignment per group would be sufficient. And please write down all the names of your group members, on not only on the name of the file that you submit, but also in each document for each assignment. So normally we would prefer you to convert everything in 1 single PDF file and upload that. And please take care of the quality of the file. That means, for example, you can write down the solution on a paper, and then you take the picture and convert the pictures to a single PDF, but make sure that it's clear enough for us to read and to understand what you write over there. That would help us a lot. However, there's some restriction over there with group assignment. So each group is supposed to have no more than 3 students. What does that mean? Meaning if you prefer working by yourself, that's fine. But if you want to work with the others, you're only allowed to work with 2 other students. And this can only, the group can only be changed once in the beginning in order, to facilitate the beginning of the semester when you still have limited communication or connection to the other. As soon as the second assignment is submitted, what is written there in terms of group members consider the final decision, and it will stay for the remaining of the semester. Okay. Now, Ecampus, you have heard me mentioning this several times until now, right? So Ecampus is the online platform of the university through which we communicate regarding the materials, the assignments, schedules, and updates, and so. And it turned out this year that's actually the main communication channel for us, because we don't meet in the lecture anymore. Normally you ultimately admitted to the online course on Ecampus once you have enrolled on basics, probably with some delay. However, there are also cases that you got problem with accessing Ecampus, or somebody who cannot access Ecampus. That would be that would be a challenge this year, because it's still the main channel that you get the information, right? So if you know some cases like that, or you yourself experienced that, please contact us and we will help. I forgot one point actually with the assignments also, because like I said, this year probably hard for you to get in touch with other peers of your program, right? So when you have problem forming a group for assignments, but you don't like to work on your own, you please also write us an email or something, and then we can facilitate the communication to make sure that you find a group to work with. Now, what exactly would we learn in this course? I will not go too much into details, even though you can look it up in the PDF file on Ecampus. However, to give you a summary, we have 4 parts. The first part will last like maximum, I think, 2 weeks, is the introduction, in which we get the concept of macroeconomic theories and the theoretical models. And then you also will be equipped with mathematical tools for economics, because like I said, we use it a lot. So it would make sense to prepare you before we go to the main content. And the remaining of the course has 3 main parts. First is the demand side. So you learn something with choice, demand, utility, and so. And the second part you learn from the other side, the supply side, with production and market of input factors and so. And then finally we learn the coordination of demand and supply via market. So there you learn a bit of, I don't know, free market, competition, game theories, and so. And so those was the four main parts of our course, which we expect to finish by, I think, the end of January or the first week of February. And that's it. And yeah, for each part, we also go from conceptual to formal mathematical derivations. So from easy to more complicated, and we go slowly. Yeah, that's the main points that I would like to address with you today. And before I finish, I actually have two favors to ask you. The first thing is I really like it when students interact more with the lecturer, which is me in this case. For example, when you have questions or you would like to discuss more about some certain pieces of knowledge or so, when something is not clear from the materials, you're very welcome to come to us. And I think that would make the learning progress more lively for both of us. The second thing, also about communication. This is actually the first year that I teach microeconomics entirely on my own, and I would really like to do it well and also to improve further. So as we go along, whenever you think there's something that could have been improved or something is not clear enough or so, your feedback would be really appreciated. I mean, you would have the chance to fill in the evaluation for the course by the end of the semester. But I mean, for that to benefit you directly, that would be too late. So I would like to have like up-to-date feedback better. And yeah, that's it. I wish you a lot of success in this special semester, despite the challenges that we can already foresee. And I'm very much looking forward to have a great learning experience with you in this semester. Enjoy microeconomics and also enjoy your learning experience with other courses this semester. I see you in the next video and also in our first online session. Bye.